one raka'ah, and then you do sujood qabli. Qabli means two sujood before taslim, because you have reduced something from your prayer. Number two, if you are the imam, you pray 4 raka'ah of asr prayer, and you remember that the time you are performing ablution, like you did not wash other hand, or one time you wash it, how are you going to do? If it is washing once, then your ablution is normal. But if you now remember that you did not wash one part, maybe the hand, maybe the leg, what are you supposed to do? And you have observed how many rak'ah? 3. Then you now draw someone from behind you to come and complete the prayer for the what? For the congregation. Then you go back, you wash that affected part, and then you come back to the mosque and join them in the prayer. You are not to restart or refresh the ablution, but you are to wash that part you didn't wash, and then you join them in the prayer. Assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I said that I'm not sure now. Am I old? I'm not sure. Yes. My question goes like this. If a pregnant woman observed a fast with pure intention and she broke it halfway because of her health, what is the consequences of her fasting for that day? If you break your fast due to sickness or unforeseen circumstance, something that is unavoidable, it is not by your wish, you are now breaking the fast because of a genuine reason, then there is no any sin upon you and you have not committed any offense. But if you now break the fast intentionally, then you will be punished for that. So if a pregnant woman now break her fast along the line because of her health status, because of health challenge, then she has not committed any offense. She is trying to give it a trial. She wants to try whether she can fast or not, and she will not be able to continue. And Allah says, do not cause destruction to yourself by your hands. So if she continue with the fasting, she might easily faint, or she might end up in the hospital. Then she is expected to break her. In short, breaking of that fast at that moment is even obligatory. If not, she has committed an offense. If a woman dies and she never gives zakat to the needy, nor had she ever gone to Hajj, and she is to repay 20 fasting, can any of her family or any well-wisher do all this for her? And what is their intention going to be? This is a right question. Number one, you can only give zakat if you have the means. If you don't have the means, you are not going to give zakat. You shouldn't see someone with 1 million and you say, please, come and give zakat. Who asked you that someone having 1 million must give zakat? It must reach nisab. Nisab, the fixed amount, it must reach a certain fixed amount. The nisab of zakat now in Nigeria is almost 90-something million. After 19 million, not 90-something, 19 million. It must reach 19 million. Am I communicating? And that 19 million must be more than a year. It must be saved for up to a year or more than a year. If it is below a year, then you don't need to give out zakat again. So if you have 10 million, 15 million, no zakat, it must reach 19 above. Am I making myself clear? Then the issue of going to Hajj, also Hajj. وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ. So until you have the means, and you are healthy, then you go to Hajj. If you don't have the means, then Hajj is not obligatory upon you. I'm giving you answer briefly because of time constraint. A woman has she missed 20 fasting and she passed away. If she missed the fasting because of sickness and the sickness continues even after Ramadan and she died due to that sickness, then no one is going to pay that fasting for her. because Allah has not given her the opportunity to repay the fasting and she refused to pay. But if after Ramadan she was physically fit for some days and she ignored paying back the days she missed, then after her demise, her own family members or relatives will now pay for her. If she has sons or children, then the children will now share the fasting between themselves. For instance, she has 5 children, or let's say 3, and they are matured enough, then that 5, they will now say, okay, you take 5, you take 5, you take 5, 5 and they will share. Just as the way if she now leaves some belongings, properties, it is going to be shared to her own children. So let them share the fasting within themselves and the reward will reach her in the grave, inshallah. If you are fasting, okay, if you are sitting for 10 years, the last one, and you pollute, will you continue? You will not continue. That prayer has now become invalid. Then you have to now go and perform ablution, and you come back and restart a new prayer. If you divorce a wife 3 times and she have 3 children with you, and she go and marry another man, the aunt is too much now, and she have 1 child with the other man she married, and she used to come to the man that divorced her to do house chores. What is her punishment? Okay, it's like she asked 3 questions. We have had the question, but the answer will be given to you tomorrow, inshallah. And other questions because of that constraint. So inshallah, I will answer this question and other questions that have not been answered by the will of Allah tomorrow. We are in Surah Al-Hujurat. We stop at verse what? Verse 13, right? No, we stop at verse 12. We stop at verse 12. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن. So inshallah we are going to start with verse 13 today, inshallah. What did Allah say?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم وإن تطيعوا الله ورسوله لا يلتكم من أعمالكم شيئا إن الله غفور رحيم. إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله ثم لم يرتابوا وجاهدوا بأموالهم وأنفسهم أنفسهم في سبيل الله أولئك هم